ask you something. Have you ever opened your feedback dashboard, seen hundreds of comments, and thought, okay, there's a lot here, but what do I actually do with this? Because that's the real challenge in 2026. It's not that we don't have feedback, we have too much of it. Survey comments, support tickets, chat conversations, reviews, call notes, and most of it is open text. Somewhere inside all of that data is the truth. What customers are frustrated about, what's driving churn, and what actually needs fixing. But most teams are still exporting data, skipping comments, or manually tagging feedback when they get time, and that just doesn't scale. Hi, I'm Kanika from Zonka Feedback, your go to platform for surveys, customer experience management, and AI powered feedback intelligence. And in today's video, we are diving into AI text analysis tools, the platforms that don't just store feedback but actually read it, understand it, and surface what matters. In this video, I'll walk you through what AI text analysis tools really are, why they matter so much in 2026, my top AI text analysis tool recommendation, how to choose the right one for your organization, and some practical tips to get real value once you implement them. So if your feedback feels noisy, overwhelming, or hard to act on, this video is for you. So let's get started. What are AI text analysis tools? AI text analysis tools are software platforms that help you analyze large volumes of unstructured text automatically using AI, natural language processing, and machine learning. And by text, we are not just talking about survey comments. We are talking about open ended survey responses, support tickets and chat conversations, customer reviews, call transcripts, email and feedback notes. Basically, all the places where customers explain things in their own words. Traditionally, this kind of qualitative data was incredibly hard to work with. Someone had to read hundreds or thousands of comments, tag them manually, and try to spot patterns. AI text analytics changes that completely. A good AI text analysis tool can automatically detect sentiment, whether it's positive, negative, or neutral, group feedback into themes and subthemes, identify recurring complaints and praise, track trends over time, and in advanced tools, connect feedback to business metrics like NPS, CSAT, CES, churn, or retention. So instead of asking, what did customers say? You can answer what's breaking right now, what's improving, what keeps repeating across channels, and what issues actually need attention first. That's the real shift. Because raw text is messy, customers use emotion. They explain the same problem in different ways. And when feedback comes from surveys, tickets, chats, and reviews, it quickly becomes overwhelming. AI text analysis tools can turn messy text into structured insight, and the best platforms don't analyze feedback in silos. They unify text from multiple sources and give you one consistent view of customer sentiment and experience. So, instead of dashboards full of comments, you get clear themes, clear trends, and clear priorities. That's why AI text analysis tools are the need of the hour. They have become the foundation for modern customer feedback analysis, voice of customer programs, and CX decision making. And once you understand what these tools actually do, the next question is obvious. Why do they matter so much right now, especially in 2026? Let's talk about that next. Why AI text analysis matters in 2026. Here's the real shift happening in 2026. Businesses aren't struggling to collect feedback anymore. They are struggling to make sense of it fast enough. Customers are talking constantly in surveys, support tickets, chat conversation, reviews, call transcripts, social posts, and most of what they are saying isn't structured. It's emotional, contextual, and written in their own words. And that's exactly where traditional tools start to fall apart. Because dashboards were built for numbers. Spreadsheets were built for rows and columns, but customer truth today lives in open text. That's why AI text analysis has become so critical. Feedback volume is too high to handle. First, the sheer volume of feedback has exploded. Even a mid-sized team can receive hundreds, sometimes thousands of text responses every month. No human team can realistically read all of that, remember patterns, and connect dots across channels. And even if they try, insights come too late. AI text analysis tools continuously continuously process this feedback in the background, grouping similar comments, tracking recurring issues, and surfacing patterns automatically. So insights don't get buried under noise. The real truth lives in open text feedback. Second, the most important insights don't live in scores. They live in words. An NPS or CSAT score tells you what happened, but the comment tells you why it happened. Why customers are frustrated, why a feature didn't land, why support feels slow, why churn risk is creeping up. AI-powered sentiment analysis and thematic analysis helps teams extract that why instantly without reading every single response line by line. Speed matters a lot. Third, speed now matters more than perfection. In 2026, waiting weeks to analyze feedback just doesn't work. Customers move faster than that. If frustration is rising today and you discover it next month, the damage is already done. AI text analytics helps teams catch early signals, shifts in sentiment, emerging complaints, new pain points, while there's still time to respond. This is the difference between reacting to churn and preventing it. Prioritization is the real challenge, not collection. Another big reason AI text analysis matters now is prioritization. Most teams don't suffer from lack of feedback. They suffer from too much of it. Everything feels important. Every complaint feels urgent. AI helps cut through that chaos by showing what issues repeat the most, what themes are growing fastest, what's actually impacting NPS, CSAT, or CES, and which problems deserve attention right now. Instead of guessing what to fix first, teams can prioritize based on real impact. Insights must connect to action. And finally, this is the biggest shift. AI text analysis today isn't just about insights, it's about action. Modern text analytics tools don't just stop at telling you what customers said, they help you route issues to the right teams, trigger alerts for high risk feedback, assign ownership, and track whether problems were actually resolved. So feedback doesn't just get analyzed, it gets used. And that's why in 2026, AI text analysis isn't optional anymore. It's how teams move faster, make better decisions, and stay connected to what customers are really experiencing in their own words. And once you understand why this matters, the next obvious question thus becomes, which AI text analysis tools actually do this well? Top AI text analysis tools in 2026. Now let's get into the tools because this is where things get practical. And quick note before we start, AI text analysis can mean very different things depending on the platform. Some tools only analyze survey comments, some focus only on support tickets, some are built for research teams, some are built for CX ops. So instead of ranking these like a generic top 7 list, I'm going to tell you what each one is best at so you can match the tool to your own workflow. Let's start with the one that's strongest as an all-in-one feedback intelligence system. First, Zonka Feedback. If you're looking for an AI text analysis tool that goes far beyond basic sentiment or keyword tagging and actually helps you understand what's changing, why it's happening, and what to act on next, Zonka Feedback is one of the most complete platforms you can use in 2026. Because the real challenge with text feedback today is in volume. It's unstructured data at scale. You've got open text feedback flowing in from surveys, support tickets, chats, reviews, app feedback, and much more, all in different formats, languages, and contests. Zonka Feedback's biggest strength is that it unifies all of the unstructured text into a single intelligence layer. So analysis isn't happening in silos. You're not comparing partial stories, you're looking at the full picture. Once that data is unified, Zonka's AI and NLP engine takes over. It performs advanced thematic analysis, automatically clustering feedback into themes and sub-themes, things like onboarding friction, pricing confusion, delivery delays, feature gaps, agent behavior, or usability issues without manual tagging. And because the taxonomy is flexible, teams can refine, customize, and scale themes as their feedback program grows. On top of that, you get sentiment and emotion analysis, helping you distinguish between neutral comments and emotionally charged feedback that signals risk or urgency. Zonka also supports entity recognition, so mentions of specific products, features, location, agents, or brands are identified and analyzed in context, which is critical when feedback spans multiple teams or business units. Now, here's where Zonka really stands out for decision making impact analysis. Instead of treating every complaint equally, Zonka helps you cut through the noise by showing which themes are actually influencing NPS, CSAT, CES, churn risk, or experience score. That means you're not just fixing what's loud, you're prioritizing what drives real ROI. You can also process feedback in real time via APIs, which makes Zonka incredibly scalable. Whether feedback is coming in from digital products, support systems, or external platforms, insights update continuously, not days later in a report. Then comes the Ask AI layer. Instead of digging through dashboards, teams can ask natural language questions like, what's driving negative sentiment this week? Or, why did NPS drop for this segment? Or something like, what are the top emerging issues across channels? And the AI responds with summarized insights, trends, and drivers grounded in your actual feedback data. Finally, Zonka doesn't stop at analysis. With response inbox, workflows, alerts, and role based dashboards, insights turn into action. Feedback can be assigned, escalated, tracked, and closed, while different teams see only what's relevant to them. And with multilingual analysis and AI translation, global feedback programs stay consistent without losing context. So, if you're looking for an AI text analytics platform that combines deep NLP, scalable unstructured data analysis, flexible taxonomy, real time processing, and closed loop action, Zonka Feedback isn't just analyzing text, it's helping teams operationalize customer insights at scale. Second, Thematic. If your biggest challenge is making sense of massive volumes of open text feedback, Thematic is one of the most specialized AI text analysis tools you can use in 2026. Thematic is built almost entirely around theme and sentiment detection. It doesn't try to be a full survey platform or a workflow tool. Instead, it focuses on doing one thing extremely well, helping CS and Insights team understand what customers are really talking about at scale. You can feed thematic text data from surveys, support tickets, reviews, chats, and NPS comments, and its AI automatically groups feedback into themes and subthemes. So instead of manually tagging responses or scanning thousands of comments, you quickly see patterns like recurring product issues, support frustration, pricing concern, or usability gaps. One area where thematic stands out is theme quality and consistency. The platform allows teams to refine themes over time, so your taxonomy becomes more accurate as feedback volume grows. This is especially useful for mature VOC teams that care about long-term trend analysis and clean categorization. Thematic also applies sentiment analysis at the theme level, which means you're not just seeing what people are talking about, but how they feel about each topic and how that sentiment shifts over time. Where thematic is slightly different from all in one platforms is actionability. It's excellent at analysis and insight discovery, but less focused on closing the loop directly inside the tool. Most teams pair it with other CX or ticketing systems to act on insights. So if your primary goal is deep, reliable, AI driven theme detection and sentiment analysis across large feedback datasets, and you already have systems in place to handle workflows, Thematic is a strong, purpose built AI text analytics choice. Third, Chattermill. If you want an AI text analysis tool that feels less like analytics and more like voice of customer command center, Chattermill is a strong pick in 2026. Chattermill is built for teams who have feedback coming in from everywhere: surveys, support tickets, app reviews, live chat, social, call notes, and need one place to unify it and extract people fast. Instead of jumping between tools, you bring your text into Chattermill and it starts organizing the chaos for you. Where it really shines is the combination of AI driven theme detection and sentiment analysis with an interface that's designed for decision making. You can quickly see what themes are trending up or down, where sentiment is deteriorating, which customer segments or regions are affected, and what's showing up repeatedly across channels. It's especially useful if your goal is to answer questions like what's driving complaints this month or what changed after our last release without manually tagging thousands of comments. Chattermill also tends to be the strong for cross-functional visibility. Product teams can look at product themes, support can zoom in into ticket reasons, and sales leaders can track experience shifts over time without everyone building separate reports from scratch. Now, compared to more workflow-heavy platforms, Chattermill is primarily about insight discovery and prioritization. You'll typically take those insights into your existing system like Zendesk, Salesforce, Slack, product boards to act. Though it does support integrations and sharing, so insights don't stay trapped in dashboard. So if you're looking for an AI text analytics tool that helps you unify feedback, spot patterns quickly, track sentiment trends, and align teams around what to fix next. Chattermill is one of the better VOC first options to consider. Fourth, MonkeyLearn. If you want an AI text analysis tool that gives you full control over how text is classified, analyzed, and embedded into your own workflows, MonkeyLearn by Medallia is a strong option. MonkeyLearn is best known as a no-code, low-code text analytics platform. Instead of forcing you into predefined dashboards, it lets you build custom AI models for things like sentiment analysis, topic detection, intent detection, keyword extraction, and emotion tagging based on your data and your definitions. That makes it especially useful for teams who don't want generic themes like pricing or support but need very specific labels tied to their business. Think feature level feedback, compliance categories, escalation reasons, or internal taxonomy. One of MonkeyLearn's biggest strengths is flexibility. You can train your own model using examples from your data. Analyze text from surveys, reviews, tickets, chats, emails, or documents. Process feedback in real time via APIs or connected to tools like Google Sheets, Zapier, Zendesk, and BI platforms. So instead of working inside MonkeyLearn all day, you plug MonkeyLearn into your existing stack and let it quietly analyze text in the background. Where MonkeyLearn shines is customization and scalability. If you have high volumes of text and want AI that adapts to your language rather than the other way around, it gives you that control. So if you're looking for a developer-friendly, highly customizable AI text analysis engine, especially for product, data, or operations teams, MonkeyLearn is one of the most flexible text analytics tools you can definitely use. Fifth, Lexalytics. If you're looking for an AI text analytics tools that's built for scale, accuracy, and enterprise-grade NLP, Lexalytics is one of the most established players in this space. Lexalytics isn't a VOC platform or a survey tool by itself. It's a powerful text analytics engine that many large platforms actually use under the hood. Its core engine is deep natural language processing, especially when you are dealing with large volumes of unstructured text and need consistent, explainable results. At the heart of Lexalytics is its NLP engine, which handles sentiment analysis, including intensity, not just positive negative, theme and topic extraction, entity recognition, products, location, people, brands, categorization and intent detection, language detection, and multilingual analysis. This makes Lexalytics especially useful for organization analyzing call transcripts, support tickets, survey comments, reviews, social content, and documents at scale. One big differentiator is deployment flexibility. Lexalytics can run via cloud APIs or fully on-premise. That's a huge deal for enterprises in regulated industries like finance, healthcare, government, where data privacy and control are non-negotiable. Lexalytics also allows customization. Teams can tune sentiment rules, define custom entities, and adapt taxonomies to match their business language, so insights feel specific, not generic. Where Lexalytics is less focused is workflow and action. It's not designed to manage responses, route feedback, or close the feedback loop on its own. Instead, it's best used as an AI layer powering other systems, CX platforms, analytics tags, or internal tools. So if your priority is powerful NLP, multilingual accuracy, deployment control, and analytical depth, Lexalytics is a strong AI text analysis choice in 2026, especially for enterprises and data-heavy environments. Next, Keatext. If your biggest challenge is making sense of customer conversation at scale, especially from support tickets and surveys, Keatext is a really strong AI text analysis tool to look at. Keatext is designed specifically for customer experience, support, and service teams who deal with large volumes of unstructured feedback every day and don't have time to manually tag, read, or analyze it all. At its core, Keatext uses AI and NLP to automatically analyze text and surface sentiment and emotional tone, recurring themes and sub-themes, intent behind customer messages, emerging issues and spikes in complaints. What makes Keatext stand out is how CX-focused the insights feel. Instead of generic topic modeling, it organizes feedback around experience drivers, things like product issues, service delays, usability problems, or policy confusion, so teams can immediately see what's hurting or helping the customer experience. Keatext works especially well with support tickets, NPS and CSAT comments, customer emails and chats, survey open text feedback. Another strong point is explainability. Keatext doesn't just say this theme is trending, it shows why with example codes and supporting data. That makes it much easier to trust the insights and share them with leadership or product teams. Keatext also integrates well with CX and support ecosystem, so insights can flow into dashboards, reports, or downstream tools used by teams. Where it's more focused than broad platforms is action workflows. Keatext excels at analysis and prioritization, but response management, closing the loop typically happen in connected systems rather than inside Keatext itself. So if your goal is clear, CX-driven text analytics that helps support and experience teams outside what to fix, Keatext is a smart, purpose-built AI text analysis tool to consider. 7. ChatGPT. And the last but not the least that I recommend is none other than ChatGPT. If you've ever copied a bunch of customer comments into ChatGPT and thought, wait, this is actually useful, you're not wrong. ChatGPT has become one of the most accessible AI text analysis tools out there, especially for teams just getting started. At its core, ChatGPT isn't a purpose-built CX or feedback analytics platform. It's a general-purpose AI model that can analyze text when you prompt it correctly. And that's both its strength and its limitation. Where ChatGPT works well, summarizing large batches of open text feedback, identifying common themes and patterns, rewriting or clarifying customer comments, exploring why behind qualitative feedback, drafting insight summaries or executive briefs. For example, you can paste survey comments or ticket excerpts and ask, what are the top recurring issues here? What's the overall sentiment? What should the product team focus on first? And it'll give you fast, surprisingly clear answer, which makes it great for one-off analysis, brainstorming, or exploratory research. But here's the important caveat. ChatGPT doesn't connect directly to your data sources, track trends over time, link insights to NPS, CSAT, or churn, support role-based dashboards, trigger workflows, or close the feedback loop. Everything is manual. You copy data in, prompt carefully, interpret results yourself, and then move insights elsewhere. That being said, ChatGPT works best as a starting point for qualitative analysis, a lightweight research assistant, and a complement to structured tools. But once feedback volume grows or when insights need to be shared, tracked, and acted on consistently, teams usually outgrow this tool. How to choose the right AI text analysis tool for your business. Choosing an AI text analysis tool looks easy on the surface. Every platform says it does sentiment analysis, theme detection, and AI insights. But here's the reality. Most teams don't fail because the AI is bad. They fail because they pick a tool that doesn't match how their feedback actually flows. So instead of asking which tool is the most advanced, the better question would be which tool can handle my feedback at my scale and help my teams act on it. Let's break that down. First, start with where your text data comes from. Before you look at features, ask yourself, where's the most of our feedback actually coming from? Is it mainly survey comments, support tickets and chats, reviews and app store feedback, call transcripts, product feedback, and feature requests? Some AI text analysis tools are amazing at analyzing one source. Others are built to unify text across channels. If your feedback lives in multiple places, you'll want a tool that can bring all of that text together or at least integrate cleanly. Otherwise, you'll still be analyzing in fragments. Second, don't stop at sentiment, look for structure. Sentiment alone isn't enough anymore. Knowing something is negative doesn't tell you what's broken, who it affects, and what to fix first. So, look for tools that go beyond basic sentiment and can cluster feedback into themes and subthemes, recognize entities like products, features, locations, or agents. Support flexible taxonomy so themes can evolve over time. The goal is structure, not just scores, because structured insight is what lets teams prioritize. Third, check how the tool handles scale and change. This part gets overlooked a lot. Ask, can this tool handle thousands or even millions of comments? Does it work in real time or only in batches? Can it process feedback via APIs as it comes in? Does it support multilingual analysis without losing context? Because what works for 500 comments a month often breaks at 50,000. A good AI text analysis tool should grow with you, not force you to redesign your process every 6 months. Fourth, ask how insights turn into action. This is where most text analytics tools quietly fail. They give you beautiful charts, interesting themes, nice summaries, and then stop. So ask, can insights be routed to the right team? Can urgent feedback trigger alerts? Can someone own an issue and close it? Can insights live inside workflows, not just dashboards? So, if the tool can't help you do something with the insight, you are buying analysis, not impact. Fifth, make sure different teams can actually use your tool. A CX leader, a product manager, and a support head don't need the same. So look for role-based dashboards, filtered views by teams, product, or region, the ability to answer different questions without exporting data. If only one team can understand the output, adoption will stall fast. And finally, use AI as an accelerator, not a crutch. AI is powerful, but it's not magic. The best tools use AI to speed up analysis, surface patterns humans would miss, reduce manual tagging, help teams ask better questions of their data, but AI should support your feedback strategy, not replace it. Structure, ownership, and workflows still matter. So, the right AI text analysis tools isn't the one with the most buzzword. It's the one that fits your feedback sources, handles unstructured text at scale, turns insight into action, and actually gets used by your teams. How to actually get value from an AI text analysis tools. Before we wrap, let's talk about something that honestly doesn't get enough attention. Because buying an AI text analysis tool is easy. Everyone has demos, everyone has dashboards, everyone promises instant insights. But the real question is, what happens after you switch the tool on? This is where most teams either unlock massive value or quietly end up with another dashboard no one checks. So, here's how to make AI text analysis actually work for you. The first mindset shift is this: don't try to analyze everything at once. When teams turn on AI text analysis, the instinct is to throw all feedback into it and expect clarity overnight. What usually happens instead? Too many themes, too many signals, too much noise. AI works best when it has direction. So start with one real question: what are we trying to fix right now? Is it churn, onboarding drop offs, support overload, NPS declining? Anchor your analysis there. Once you get value from one area, scaling becomes much easier and much cleaner. The second thing that really matters is how you structure themes. AI is great at clustering feedback, but it still needs a shared language to work with. If one team calls an issue UX, another calls it usability, and a third calls it navigation, you'll end up debating insights instead of acting on them. So early on, define a clear, flexible theme structure that maps how your business actually works. Product, pricing, delivery, support, onboarding, could be anything. Once that structure is in place, AI stops creating chaos and starts creating alignment. Now, let's talk about sentiment, because this is where many teams misuse AI. Sentiment is useful, but sentiment alone is not insight. Knowing something is negative doesn't tell you what to fix. The real value comes when you combine sentiment with themes and volume. Which issues carry the strongest emotion? Which problems keep coming up with frustration attached? Which themes are quietly growing negative over time? That's how sentiment becomes a prioritization tool, not just a label. Another big unlock is looking at trends, not snapshots. Anyone can glance at a weekly summary and say, oh, that's interesting. But AI text analysis becomes powerful when you ask what's changing, what's emerging, what's getting worse, even though scores look stable. This is how teams catch churn risks early before customers actually leave. And this is something humans are terrible at doing manually, but AI does extremely well. Now, here's the part where most programs succeed or fail: ownership. Insights without ownership don't create change, they create conversation. And conversations fade. Every meaningful theme needs an answer to one question: who owns this? Not who should fix it someday, but who is accountable for taking the next step. The best AI text analysis tools support this with workflows and assignments. But even if yours doesn't define ownership explicitly, no owner means no action every single time. The best AI text analysis tools support, but even if yours doesn't define ownership explicitly, no owner means no action every single time. And finally, don't hide insights inside dashboards. This is such an important one. Your teams shouldn't have to go looking for insights. Insights should come to them. Push them into Slack or Teams, weekly stand ups, product reviews, support huddles, leadership updates. When AI insights start shaping conversation, not just reports, that's when text analysis actually changes how decisions get made. So here's the real takeaway: AI text analysis doesn't magically create value. But when you use it with intention, when you focus it, structure it, prioritize with it, track trends, assign ownership, and share insights where work happens, it stops being analysis. It becomes how your business listens, learns, and acts at scale. And that's when AI text analysis stops feeling like a feature and starts feeling like a competitive advantage. And that's a wrap. If there's one thing to take away from this video, it's this: AI text analysis isn't about reading more feedback. It's about understanding faster and acting on it smarter. Because when feedback is scattered, unstructured, and ignored, it becomes noise. But with the right AI text analysis tool, you can spot patterns, prioritize what matters, and connect insight to action. And that is what makes customer feedback turn into real competitive advantage. So, whether you're just starting with text analytics or scaling a VOC program, choose tools that don't just analyze words, but help your teams move forward with clarity. If this video helped, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which AI text analysis tool you are currently using or which one you are considering next. And if you're looking for an all-in-one platform that helps you unify feedback, analyze open text at scale, and close the loop with AI-powered workflows, check out Zonka Feedback using the link given in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.